Hello, I'm Corelli. Welcome to my channel. Γεια σας, είμαι η Κατερίνα Corelli. Καλώς ήρθες στο κανάλι μου. I finally said something in Greek. I'm really trying to make it an autopilot. Like, learning Greek is difficult. I gotta tell you, learning Greek is freaking difficult. It's my third language. Is it my third? No, it's my fourth language. Because the first language, other than Russian, that I've learned was English. And I kind of started learning it when I was a little kid. My dad was teaching me English. And I wrote about this in my blog on WordPress, actually. And when I was a little kid, I was reading a lot. I was consuming a lot of English stuff, books and literature and fairy tales and cartoons and music and things of such nature. I didn't have that same experience with Greek, though. And then after a while, after a pretty long while of not using English, because I really didn't have anybody to talk to in English back in Russia, I started using it a little bit because I was writing songs in English and I was singing in English. And then, after some more time, I actually started using English fairly often. So it kind of grew on me, and I started to feel real comfortable. It expanded my vocabulary, so all of that knowledge that I was absorbing back when I was a little kid, I really didn't use that vocabulary. I really didn't build upon that, but it was kind of building anew. And the thing with French is that I had some experience learning French back in school. But again, I was a little kid. I didn't understand anything. I saw it as scary because, you know, there are the pressures when you're at school and you have to learn something. It's kind of mandatory. I had a choice between English and French, and I picked French for some odd reason. It basically didn't go anywhere. So then, by the year 2013, late 2013, 2014, when I decided that I'm going to learn French, because I thought that I'm going to move to France, of all places, I started learning myself. And I did stuff like I was playing my favorite video games like World of Warcraft or Dungeon Keeper 2. I've downloaded dubbed versions and, you know, the French version, basically. And I've changed my interface, my Windows interface, and my social media profiles, the system languages everywhere. I've switched to French. So that helped. But also what helps is that I was, almost every evening, I was talking to my French friends on Skype. And so in the beginning, it was a very difficult process because I really struggled. But then, you know, after watching the movies and TV shows that I knew well, like Supernatural, for example, I watched the French dubbed version probably twice, from season 1 to season 8. I knew that show very well at the time. Back in 2014, I really knew it well. And some franchises like Pirates of the Caribbean and, what was that, Resident Evil. I watched them in French. It actually helped me to learn. And so I wasn't super fluent in French, but I was okay. So by the time I went to France in early 2015, in January 2015, I was able to actually express myself. And now I'm trying to learn Greek, and God, is that difficult. I'm telling you, this is so difficult because it's so different from Russian, it's so different from English and from French, and it has its own little inversions, and the way you say things, it has its own idioms, and it's an ancient language, just like Russian is an ancient language. And just the way of thinking is very different. So I'm deliberately trying not to use any other language, you know, neither Russian nor English, to understand Greek. I'm trying to absorb it and feel it first. And as of now, I'm just using Duolingo. I'm also using another app. Gosh, what's the Language Exchange? I believe that's the name of the app. Do I have it here on my phone? Yeah, I do have it on my phone. language transfer. That's what it's called, language transfer. And I consider using Greek Pod 101 because they allegedly have one-on-one lessons. I'm also following a channel on Telegram. There is a Russian lady who is a Greek teacher. She teaches Greek, actually, and she has one-on-one lessons. So I think maybe over time, after a while, when I set myself up. Whoa, there's some thunderstorm. When I set myself up financially in a better place, I will just go ahead and I'll pay for one-on-one lessons, and I'll try to get meaningful results a lot faster. Because right now I'm just kind of trying to soak in the vocabulary. I'm trying to feel how verbs behave in different situations, how the tenses work. And some of it I kind of feel because there are some similarities to Russian. And some of it is hard to catch. But my whole point and my approach is that I'm trying to memorize things. I'm not writing things down. I'm trying to visually memorize words and letters and combination of letters and what feels natural in Greek and what would be wrong. I'm kind of using that same measure in English, and in French it helped me a lot. When you kind of feel that this is probably not how you say this, and when you say it anyways because you don't have the vocabulary to express yourself properly, in French, for example, right? You're just kind of reaching out for that construction. You know that you're going to be understood anyways, and you know that this is a crooked sentence, the way you say it. Nobody speaks like this, but at least people get it. At least, the French speakers, they understand what you're trying to say, and then they correct you and they tell you, no, this is actually how you say it. And you're like, oh, wow. Oh, c'est faux, quoi? So that's helpful. And my French friends, they helped me a lot, to kind of navigate through that. Fortunately, I have an amazing subscriber, a follower on my Instagram channel. His name is Leonidas, and he's helping me. And actually, the painting that I'm painting right here, this is the island of Samos, Greece, Samos, Helada. And he provided me with reference photos. So finally, after a whole year, he gave me these photos, these photo references a year ago. And it's just now that I'm actually getting to them. And I had the canvases ready for this little series of Greek paintings. I had the canvases dry, stretched, and primed, standing there in my closet for like a whole year. And I just couldn't get to that. But finally, I'm on it, and so this is a little distraction for me. I like what I can do here because it allows me to kind of unwind a little bit from Sun City paintings and from Odeporicotesias, because those two big stories, they're challenging. There is a lot going on there, and frankly, it's pacifying and it's very relaxing for me to just paint a landscape and to just, experiment with color and with form and with different approaches to, different color solutions and this kind of thing. It's more relaxing. So I think that it's a good idea for me as of now to have this third project, this third series of paintings, which is just chill, It's not too demanding. It's very enjoyable. It's something that I wanted to do. Anyways, so thanks to Leonidas for providing me these wonderful reference photos. And I have these, they're kind of medium-sized canvases. It's 18.5 inches by 30.5 inches. I have this first painted already. I'm already on to my second landscape. They're all going to be in a separate series of paintings. They're all going to be Samos Greece. That's the name of the series. And they're all going to be dedicated to this island specifically. If my friend Leonidas goes to a different island and gives me photo references from that other island, I'll just make another series and I'll paint from that island. But I like it. I like it. It's so beautiful and serene and scenic and just beautiful and very sunny and very pacifying. I like it. Plus, I think that in an interesting way, it allows me to absorb Greek language a little better while I'm painting a Greek landscape. Maybe it's bizarre, maybe it's not really surprising, but I like it. So, one little update I wanted to share is that I made today actually, I made a post on my WordPress site, and I will publish the link to this WordPress article. I'll publish it here on my YouTube, but it basically explains why am I going to have memberships on YouTube here, what is going to be in that membership program behind a paywall, and what is going to be accessible to the public as usual. I'm just kind of putting my ducks in a row. And I want you to understand what and why, why it's happening. Now there's the finished painting. When I get it framed, I will take a better picture because you see that the right bottom corner is kind of overexposed because the light was coming right from there. But here's the finished painting. I really enjoyed painting this one. And you can see here with the wall, with this old wall and all these stones, I'm really kind of going in this more semi-abstract direction. I like to keep it this way. It's very loose. It's not realism. It's impressionism with a leaning into something abstract. I'm experimenting, and I need to find a few ways that I'm going to tell the Journey of Ia story, and there is stuff that I want to explore. Looking forward to the second series of paintings from the Sun City story. I want to expand. I want to go further. I want to experiment, and whatever I'm doing, it constantly evolves. I'm not going to be painting like this 1 year from now. I'll probably have a different approach again. Looking back at my paintings from a year ago, I realized that I did change a lot, actually. My first paintings are very different from what I'm doing nowadays. And maybe it's just me. Maybe I easily pick out those subtleties and other people don't. I don't know. You tell me. Do you see a difference between my first paintings from 2 years ago and my modern paintings? Or no? Or you don't see any difference? You tell me. Anyways, thank you very much for being with me, and until next time, ciao.